everyone, welcome back to your channel, and if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon so you don't miss out any update from us. This video is for all the foodies and business enthusiasts. So talking about the food, have you ever wondered that how a food delivery app can transform to a multi-billion dollar business? So today we'll learn how to do this with the help of Zomato's success story, and trust me, you won't want to miss that out. Hi, I'm Shruti, and today we'll explore success story of Zomato, that how it's just started from a small startup and ended to become a brand which has dominating the whole food delivery industry. So whether you want to start your own application or business in food delivery, or you are just very curious about this tech success stories, or you are a big foodie want to know about the business of this food world, this video is for all of you. So here's what we'll be covering in the next few minutes. First, we'll see Zomato's journey, how they started and how are they doing now. Then we'll see the challenges they have faced, how they tackled them. We'll see the overall business model which fueled their growth, their expansion strategy. So their expansion strategy is very curious and very surprising. You'll know why by the end of the video, and obviously some important tips for your own application, that what we have learned from the Zomato success story and how can we apply it to our own business. So before we dive right in, let's first understand the essence of business. So business is anything where you provide solutions to the problems of your users, to the problems of people. So before you wanted to start a business, think about the problem, the gap in the market. So here you sort the problem out and make sure that your application has all the solutions and the best solutions for this problem. Now let's start with Zomato's journey. So it all started in 2008 when Deependra Goyal was working as a consultant in company Bain and Company. So here he was working very well. He was an IIT graduate. He was doing very well. But then he saw problem that when they were ordering food, there are a lot of people, right? So when everyone was ordering food, there were only two choices. First was the canteen, and then there were different menus in the canteens of different restaurants. So they can go and order through those menus. But at the lunch time, there was a huge rush in the canteen about the various menus. Everyone wanted different menus. So here, Deependra Goyal and his friend Pankaj Chadda find a solution. They started their own website and scanned all the menus and put them on the website. So now this website has all the menus, all the numbers of different restaurants, and he shared this with their colleagues. Their website was growing a lot. It was getting a lot of traffic, and then they thought that this is going really very well. Actually, the real name was Foodie Bay. Foodie Bay was growing a lot. Then in 2010, they realized that Foodie Bay is only about food services. What if we wanted to provide more and different services for the future? Then they rebranded Foodie Bay to Zomato. Zomato basically meant zest, which is really the essence of gist plus tomato, core of the food. So here Gist plus tomato became Zomato, and here Zomato was born. So Zomato was a very catchy and versatile name which helped their growth a lot. Then now they were growing and they had almost 20 million visitors and around 800 restaurants listed on their website. And they thought that this is growing a lot. There are a lot of users, and they started to think that should they go for the full time for Zomato and leave their jobs. But there were tension about the revenue. How will they generate revenue? Soon restaurants started to approach them for advertising. So then they got an idea that they can generate revenue through advertisements, and in 2010 Deependra Goyal left his job for Zomato and started Zomato for full time. After that, a fascinating turn came when owner of Jeevan Sathi, Naukri.com or 99acres.com, we know the owner, right? The owner is Sanjeev Bikhchandani. went to Zomato's website as a customer and he saw that they are doing really well. He was very impressed by the progress and he knew that this company is going to go far away. Then he contacted to Deepinder Goyal and asked for a meeting. After 48 hours of meeting, Deepinder Goyal got an investment from Sanjeev Bikhchandani of $1 million. And this was the first investment for Zomato, which really helped them a lot for their growth. So next we have the domain. So importance of domain name. So early the domain name Zomato.com was for about $10,000, which was a very huge amount for a budding startup. So here Deepinder hesitated and thought that we should go for domain name or not. But with support of Sanjeev Bikhchandani, they all went for it and they bought this domain name Zomato.com. Now let's talk about Zomato's working model, or we can say business model. So Zomato's approach to build a strong business model involved a lot of research. They went to restaurant owners, talk about the challenges, they connected with the food bloggers and learned about the review system, and they also went to talk to the customers outside the restaurants and took feedbacks about the restaurant, the taste and overall ambience. So this whole research helped Zomato a lot to build a business model which was able to cater everyone from the restaurant owner to the customers. And by this, Zomato was growing and growing and growing. In 2012, Zomato had over 40,000 restaurants in 12 cities and over 100 advertisements. Can you imagine? The company, which was stressed about the revenue generation at first, this had around 1,000 or more than 1,000 advertisements so far. In September 2012, Zomato expanded internationally, entering Dubai market. So now they have started international work too. They went for local offices, local staff led by country managers. So this strategy helped them to provide local tastes and preferences which were good for their business. Next, they were growing and growing and growing. So after establishing themselves as a food discovery app, they started to enter other segments too, like food delivery and table booking. So this expansion and this diversification will help them to generate revenue because there would be more sources of the revenue. Now let's come to Zomato's expansion strategy. As I told before, Zomato's expansion strategy is amazing. So Zomato did started from the scratch for developing the products or developing the resources for their table booking and food delivery system. They bought the companies which were already doing this. For example, for food delivery, they bought Runner. Runner had all the softwares, workers, men and the whole structure required for the delivery purpose. They did same for table booking. For table booking, they bought Nextable. And this they not did only for the companies which were beneficial for them, but they also did the same for the companies who are the competitors. For example, we can take in US and Australia, there was a company named Urban Spoon. Same as Zomato, but it had 3 times more engagement than Zomato. Zomato also bought that company. This strategy helped Zomato to expand a lot, and this was a very genius way of expansion. Next, we talk about the challenges. So, Zomato was not all about good and good and good. They ran out of money for literally 6 times till date. And who knows what is going to happen next. But still, they went and they tackled all the problems. So, the biggest challenge was COVID-19. We all know that all the restaurants were shut down and everyone was hesitating to buy food online for obviously health reasons. So here Zomato's revenue went really down. In the first wave of COVID-19, means after the first wave of COVID-19, Zomato had only revenue for next 6 months. And they knew that they had to do something with this revenue and they have to come up again. This problem solving technique of Zomato helped them again. They saw the problem in the market that now people are staying in the home, they don't want to go outside the home, and they want their daily essentials. So now Zomato started its Zomato Market, which provided daily essentials to the customers directly to the home. So here Zomato again started to do good in the market, but they also did different things to tackle the problems. One of them was like stopping the services in small villages where revenue was not that much and profit was not good. So they stopped some services in some particular villages. They cut down 150 employees in total. They went for local communities, like they went for programs like Feed the Daily Beggar. So here they used to collect a particular amount from local communities and used to feed the daily work wage, like the people who used to earn on daily basis, the daily beggars. So they used to provide food to them. So here they also involved the reputation. So they also improved their reputation in front of people now. So this was all about how Zomato tackled the different problems they have faced till date. But what's about today? How is Zomato doing right now? So what's Zomato today? How is it going on? So as of mid-2024, Zomato has over 75 million monthly users and 1.5 million restaurants worldwide. And Zomato has also added new features like Zomato Pro for great deals, cloud kitchen and grocery deliveries too. So Zomato is still growing and growing and growing. So what we have learned from the whole success story of Zomato? Let's see 5 different lessons we can use for our own application which we have learned from Zomato. So first is identify and address real problem. So as Zomato did, Zomato started by solving a small problem in office and it went to a great business. So for your application, just go through your market, see the gap, see the pain, see the problem and provide solution through your application. Next we have diversify your offerings. So Zomato didn't stop to just food discovery. They went for food delivery and table booking too, and even grocery delivery. Means they have expanded a lot, they have diversified a lot, which increased their revenue. So you can also go for different things. You can also diversify your revenue generation, which will also affect your revenue and which will also affect your user experience, customer experience. Next we have leverage cutting edge technology. So Zomato used all the best technology from AI driven recommendations to on time tracking orders. So this technology provided a great way for Zomato. You should also use great technology for your application like payment gateways and different technologies which will make the user experience great and which will be great for your application. Next we have build strategic partnership and acquire competition. So Zomato then started everything from scratch. They saw the companies, they bought them and they built their own company. So here you can also do the same thing. Don't do everything from scratch. You will take a lot of time. Other than that, go for the companies, for small competitors and buy them, or partnership with different companies which might be fruitful for your future. Next we have, and the last we have, prioritize exceptional user experience. So Zomato provided the best user friendly application. Everything was very easy for the users. They can do anything, they can order anything, and every step is very easy. So you must also keep in mind that user experience is the most important thing because this will increase your customer engagement. So this was all about Zomato's success story and what we have learned from Zomato. If you are inspired by Zomato's success story and want to build your own app, I can help. At our company, we specialize in app development and can help from concept to the launch. So feel free to join us if you want to turn your app idea to life. So thanks for watching. That's it for today's video. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any doubt or topic you want us to cover next, you can comment below. That's it for the day. Thank you and have a great day ahead.